So far we've covered all kinds of reactions once you have that ball and chain position.
That's right.
What happens if some people are going to go crazy trying to strip that grip? What do you do then?
Let's take a look. You know, that's definitely a possibility. People really want to break this grip. So when I get here, they're just going to use their free hand and they're going to strip that grip right there. So when that happens, I'm generally going to hide this leg, because a lot of times if I leave this leg here, I'm going to be vulnerable for a leg drag. He's going to pull that leg up just like that. It's going to be difficult for me to stop. So when I lose that sleeve grip, I'm almost always going to this position here. So what I did was I moved this hook down and this hook comes in on top. And then I hook back underneath. So just like that.
Closed guard on a single leg.
It's closed guard on a single leg. Stephan's legs are big enough that it pretty much feels the same as closed guard when I do to other people. So now when I get here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my knees to my chest and I'm going to start to straighten my legs, lifting him up. I'm not really going to sweep him. I just want to bring this leg to me. Like that. So once I get here, now I'm going to pull myself around and I'm going to start stretching him this way to get his hands on the mat. Okay, at this point, I still have the ankle. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange my legs to an X guard position. I'm going to bring this leg in, and I'm going to put a little space, put that leg inside, 1, 2, and now I have the X guard position. Once I get here, I'm going to execute one of the most basic sweeps, but also one of the most high percentage sweeps, okay, which we just call a technical stand-up sweep. So I'm always looking to get Stephan's hands to the mat. So I can use this knee to push as I lift, and also use my arm to push him this way a little bit to get his hands to the mat there. That's my cue that I'm ready for the tech stand sweep. So I'm going to stretch him and sit up on my elbow first. So I'm going to stretch him and sit on my elbow. Once he puts that knee down, I can actually stretch him out just a little bit more with my bottom leg here. So I'm going to push his knee open a little bit, put the leg on the floor, and now I'm ready for that tech stand. I'm just going to pull this knee out right there, and I'm going to lift and push him down to the floor this way. So again, I get this grip, but he's going to break it loose. Bam. So this leg is going to be on top now. So I got to move that leg out of the way. That leg goes on top, and then this one comes underneath. And I want to squeeze here. So now I'm going to be using the power of both legs. I'm going to pull him forward, and I'm going to lift, and I want to get that leg. That's the main thing. I want to get this leg. And now my knees are going to push and stretch, and again, I'm bumping him this way. So I'm using this leg. I'm kind of like pushing him as I'm stretching my knees like that. There we go. So now we can see how I'm going to use this leg right in his knee so he can't go anywhere. Now I take this leg out and I rearrange 1, 2. Okay, my legs are really long, so if I can do it, you can do it. A lot of people say, like, oh, my legs get jammed up, but my legs are pretty long and I have a lot of success with this. So if I can do it, you can do it. So once I get here, again, I want to make him put his hands on the mat. So I'm going to stretch him out and kind of roll this shoulder and put my knee into his thigh here. Like that. Once I get here, I'm going to stretch him away and I'm going to sit up on my elbow. Sometimes he doesn't put that knee on the mat right away. I'm just going to stretch him, put that elbow on the mat, and now I can readjust 1 to open him up just a little bit more. And now I'm here, and I'm going to take this foot out and lift this way. And then I'm going to stand up, and we're going to work into our pass next. Can you stay on 2 feet a little bit longer?
Sure.
I'm going to go nice and easy. So let's say I'm here. I just want them to see, once I get the hands to the mat, so he's going to keep this foot on the ground instead of his knee when I stretch him. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to stretch him away, coming up to my elbow. Now from here, I'm going to push him again and put this foot on the floor. I'm going to go nice and easy. I don't want to stretch his groin out too much, like this here. Now I'm just going to go to my knee again. So I'm going to come out and go to my knee this way. And then as I start to lift up, he's going to fall at some point. Whether I get to my feet or I don't get to my feet, doesn't matter. Eventually, he's going down there. So a lot of times people are going to break that grip, and a lot of times I'm going to go for this technique right here. However, there's something that I encounter that I think is worth talking about, and that's that people don't understand that if they want to pass my guard, they're going to have to grab me. So what I'm talking about is this. Sometimes when they break the grip, you just need to wait. So if Stephan had me in the position, okay, I'm going to break that grip. But then am I gonna be able to pass his guard without putting my hands back on you? No. I'm gonna have to grab you somehow. So generally, people break that grip, they try to stay away from you for a little bit, then they realize, hey, I actually need to engage the guy if I want to. Exactly. So when the guy breaks the grip and he stays away from me, this is definitely what I'm gonna go for. But sometimes, especially if I go for the position, and the guy's got a good base, he's not really letting me pull him forward, I'll just wait because I know that he's going to have to engage at some point to start passing, and then I'm back to the same stuff we always did. So a lot of times people, there's a value in being patient and realizing that he needs to grip you if he's going to do something, if he's going to pass your guard, if he's going to submit you. And so a lot of times when a guy is freaking out and breaks away, just wait. Just hold what you have, wait, and then when he re-engages, now we're going to get the game started again.